With some other morning headlines, the family of a Mesa man is asking you to keep an eye out for him. Dwayne Crow was last seen leaving his home on West Pepper Place yesterday. He was driving a 2005 Royal Blue Saturn Ion with an Arizona license plate BYL 2425. His family's worried because of recent suicidal statements, and they say he may have a handgun. If you see him, please call Mesa Police. Another man also missing this morning. Robert Diggs hasn't been seen in days. Troopers say Diggs may be disoriented and can't find his way home. He was last seen on North Scottsdale Road at East Mayo Boulevard Tuesday afternoon. He was driving a 2006 white Honda Accord with an Arizona license plate 355 DET. A sad reminder to keep your guns locked up and away from children. A 1-year-old girl is dead after investigators believe she may have been accidentally shot by another toddler at a Tucson home. The shooting happened Tuesday afternoon. Right now, we don't know how the toddler got the gun. There are concerns this morning over dangerously hot temperatures at Maricopa County animal care and control shelters. People online are claiming dogs at the shelters are being exposed to temps up to 100 degrees. One of the big issues is they use an evaporative cooling system or a swamp cooler for the kennels. The shelter manager says they're doing everything they can to help keep the dogs cool, like providing them with wet blankets and extra cold water. You're now up to speed. You can always find the latest news on our website, 12news.com, or the free 12 News app.